actor coming to the stage needs no introduction. This gentleman has been on our stage, I can't count how many times. He's an amazing talent. I just saw him a few months ago. I was watching Power, and I saw him in an episode there. He's been on just tons of stuff. I mean, he's always working. I typically go to his Facebook page to get depressed about what I'm not doing because he's always in something. So if you guys can all please give a warm, warm round of applause for Tamika!
Gropay was still alive. He talked to me. He said, boy, over and over again. And I said, Mr. Gropay, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. But he just kept saying, boy. Then he looked off at the wall. Then he died. Yes, I took something from the register. It was open. And I drank a bottle of apple white. Then the next thing I know, white men walked in the door. I was just there. I was just there.
Give it up for Tamika. How do you guys feel about that?
Well, that was a monologue from a play called A Lesson Before Dying. If some of you may have seen the movie with Mekhi Phifer and who else was in that? Cicely Tyson, just to name a couple. But that is one of the monologues that actually got me admitted into grad school. So it you know, still sits with me. And the injustice still happens today. That's why I thought about doing this piece, especially in this space, in a safe environment where I stand, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, but the play is by Romulus Linney, and you should definitely read it. It's a good read, because what happens is the character I just portrayed was Jefferson, and he was convicted of a crime that he did not commit, but he's been sentenced to death. So the character Grant, who I was talking to, was asked by my grandmother, who y'all call my mom, well, Nan, I think, yeah. You know, she asked Grant to teach Jefferson how to die with dignity. Because Grant was a teacher. It's set in 1940s Louisiana. And Grant was one of those that escaped up north, got a northern education, and then came back down to the south. So then Nan asks, you know, be believable. Simple. Be believable. Let me believe that you're in the environment. Let me believe that you are having that character. It's that simple. Just believe what you're saying, and the audience will go with you.
Well, if I can, this portion we typically open up. If there's any questions for this gentleman right here, feel free to raise your hand, chime in. Anybody have a question?
Question, anybody?
Yes, over here, yes.
Yes.
Jessica Brittany.
Jessica Brittany. Can everybody say hello, Jessica?
Hey, Jessica.
It's not Jessica,
Jessica
it's
Brittany.
Jessica Brittany.
Oh.
Jessica Brittany.
Jessica Brittany.
Thank you.
All together.
Right next to
Where did you attend grad school? What was your experience with
Wow, no one's ever asked me that in this kind of forum.
it? We can talk later.
Okay, I went to Chicago College of Performing Arts at Roosevelt University. I studied for MBA, so I can be found all on social media websites.
Well, please, everybody, please give it up for Tamika. Appreciate you. Next up to the stage, you guys still with us?
Yeah.
To the stage, the lady who's performed on our stage before. Can you all please give a warm, warm round of applause for the darling Miss Alicia! Hell.
doing, Lucy? What are you doing? Do you ever think about what you're saying before you say it? No, I don't know why he went, all right? I don't. What do you think I've been thinking all these years? I've been thinking, I've gone through all the rationale. One reason after another. Maybe he felt like he had to. Someone else would have to go if he didn't. Maybe he was just curious and had to see it and feel it for himself. Maybe he reached a dead end with me. What I can't understand is why he would go into combat duty if he didn't have to. I don't. Unless he had some strange attraction to death and this was just... But no, it doesn't work. It doesn't make sense. I thought we were going to fight some war machine, and then suddenly it just devoured him down its mouth. He didn't explain it to me. I don't know. Really? Because you love your husband. You want to make it work. But I still love my husband. I wish to God I didn't. Why should I want him to still be alive anyway? Buried alive in some prison? The bureaucracy of these people, they keep telling me not to lose hope. That when I start thinking that he's still alive, what? Crazy? Because that's a real possibility. Him just wandering around the jungle, talking to himself. With snowflakes in his hair. I suppose I was just seeing him dead, but it was the most comforting dream and image I've ever had. At least he was finally safe. He was finally somewhere. I hate this country sometimes. I'm ashamed of us. All of us. The greed. Disgusting America. It makes me want to kill. I wanted to kill Nixon. I want to kill Reagan now. If I could make them feel one fraction of what they made all these people feel, if I could make them see it and feel it. So don't you dare tell me that's appropriate to feel. I should absolutely know it.
Please give it up for Alicia Hill. Hey!
Essentially, the premise of the play is two women, and one's husband is dying, and the other one's husband's been lost in the Vietnam War for about 15 years. And really, it's two people suffering, and they start to compare suffering. Now, what drew me to this piece is that I feel like right now there are a lot of things that go on in the world, and also as an artist, where you feel like things are being done to you. And I feel like a lot of times we are, as human beings, we're told to not feel like something's being done to us, and that really, we do everything. And so, to me, this piece takes a stand for that point of view, that things are being done to you and how you feel about it. Right now, I'm exploring telling my own stories, which for me is really scary. I always like to do other people's work. I think it's a challenge to try and find your place in someone else's words. But I'm coming to realize that it's a little bit harder to find a place in your own words. So I've started working on my own material. I'm originally from Flint, Michigan, which obviously is in the news. And I am lucky that personally my family is fine. But it does bother me that since leaving 15 years ago that I have peers and friends who are grown and intelligent and exciting people with children, and now they have this problem that they can't solve. So that's a story that I want to. I'm also on Facebook, and it's Alicia Hill.
Please, everybody, give it up for Alicia Hill!